They get the bomb down planted, but the platform is still open. The Sage could actually hop onto that if he wants to. He wants to look for a little bit more shots, but instead the angle is bad. They need a last-minute shot and a hold, and it's not going to do it. Double overtime. Here we come.
Oh my god, the second you think a team is in possession to finish this game, it has just turned right back around. Great play there by Eric Appleson to hit the first shot onto Tinny. Continues to apply pressure, which lets Fig right into the backside to get a double kill. And as he said, into the double overtime. Tinny goes back over to the op now on the defensive side, but I want to see what Eric Appleson does. He now is off of the operator, is going to vouch to a rifle instead.
Yeah, I mean, and now we'll have to see what this play ends up becoming, because the last time out, if not for Josh's hero play, that might have been a very different round for the side of Houston. This time around, though, they have all the marbles pushing up towards A. They're going to keep one lurker to maybe check what he can find during garage. But actually, no, look at this. Fig just walking right up mid, trying to go into that B bomb site uncontested right now. Like, if he gets something, it might be huge. The shot misses, and now they're going to look for more.
Get it down in time. Steve Waffle can just block off, and he's actually going to go for the boost. That's a little too aggressive as Fig trades it right back. The round started off, though, with Tinny getting an aggressive angle with that op first blood, so we are left in a 4v4 situation. The bomb carrier going to be rotating away from A short to meet up with his team by A as Fig continues to check to make sure no one boosts over the top of that wall. Now you start to see they're checking towards this left side, thinking maybe, just maybe, we can get a little bit of ground by C. Josh, do you have another big play in you, as he's not going to risk peeking out of garage? He's going to let them come to him as everyone on the side of Houston is stacking up middle.
Yeah, they're all stacking up. They're all looking for what they can do, but look at this op angle from Tinny. If anybody pushes in, he's going to be in trouble, but there's the wall, and that gives them control. Now Tinny looking for a shot, finds one. That's actually a massive pick, because now Josh on the flank, he doesn't get the kill traded back, and this might be disaster for Auburn. The rest of the squad needs to hold out. Hydratic, the only man alive. He needs to find some kills. There is health bars. They are very healthy for the most part, with the exception of the Sova. Looking for another pick. Knows that he's going to be playing from this side, and they're just going to try to hold it out. Remember, keep your eye on that tight angle. Throws the shock dart in, but can't get on the left side. Hydratic knows he's there. Finds the first one, looking for the second. He's got to play faster. The time is ticking. He will not have enough time for Rosie. Oh no, has to go for the stick, and this might just be Houston taking it.
Oh, and Koi was so low, 10 HP. He got hit by the shock arrow, but just manages to waste enough time, and now it is you. To come in as Tinny is in on the site. He has Fig to his right, but he's gonna get spotted out, getting aggressive, but doesn't know Fig is there, and so first blood goes away in Houston. Second kill for Fig now as they're up 5v3. They are this close to finishing it off and going to the round of 16. They just need a few more for themselves. Still standing on the opposite side. It is Josh, it's Hydratic, it's DeWaffle. Can they get it? As the rotate's about to come through, but the bomb is down, and Fig gets himself a triple kill. He's gonna go down to Josh, but in comes Panda take. Strider finishes it off, and Houston in a 15-13 scoreline move on to the next round.
Yeah, that was a tragic story. If you are a fan of Auburn, you would have loved to see them go a little bit further. You would have loved to see them do a little bit more, but unfortunately for them, it ends up not working out. What a game in the
Oh,
round of 32,
wow.
Morgan.
That was
What a
crazy.
matchup.
Specifically, I need to shout Tinny and Hydratic. When your team gets off to a 6 or an 0 and 6 start, they put together clutch plays to get back into it. Josh drops the huge quad to get them to map point in overtime. But then the absolute legend, Strider and Fig, they make the plays throughout any time they needed to, and they lead their team into victory. Strider ends up top fragging with 30 in the game. And that is exactly what you want to see out of collegiate Valorant. Back and forth action all the way till the end.
Yeah, I mean, that was a game that was so much fun to watch. These guys were definitely swinging it. And I mean, there's things to take away from both sides, right? If you're on the side of Houston, you definitely want to look at how do we stop an aggressive push, right? When Tinney was able to make those openings, they definitely looked like they were lost for words. They didn't know how to stop a push that came in that fast, that quickly. As on the other side, Auburn, maybe look at how do you play the slower angles better, because honestly, almost all the rounds they won that were on offensive side, it was because Tinney found an opening. He forced somebody out of position. He forced somebody in the wrong spot, and without if not for that, that would have been much much more. I think there's things, yeah, like I said, there's things from both teams to take away from that match because boy, was that a close one.
And the problem when you get a game that close this early into a tournament, it just feels bad because, either of these teams might have been able to play for the championship. That would have been more than amazing as a grand finals, but it will be Houston moving on. I don't think we know who they are going to be facing off next in the bracket, but from what we saw right there, they have the chance to compete. And I think that is a much better first map than when we saw like KSU on a very one sided one. Because now Houston knows they can fight through that adversity. They've really had to compete, and they're all going to be locked in, ready to go in through the round of 16, 8, 4, and finals.
Yeah, definitely. This is where things get a lot more interesting, a lot more fun to watch for because the teams get a little bit closer. But, ladies and gents, we are just about ready to get into the next one. So, we'll take a little bit of a break. When we come back, there's definitely going to be, I believe we already have the next matchup lined up. It is going to be UCF versus San Jose State University. But
Okay.
before we go, this break that we're about to cut to, let's slow roll a little bit. This break before we go going to be brought to you by CommLoan. So CommLoan's focus is to provide a superior lending experience by combining state-of-the-art technology with concierge service. The borrower will have unprecedented access to the capital market. So CommLoan is the first true commercial real estate lending marketplace, putting the borrower in the driver's seat. You guys definitely, you need a loan, you want to talk to CommLoan.
All right, and thank you for CommLoan. Everyone, stick around. As he said, we will be back shortly. We'll see you all very soon.
Okay, so my partner, he is actually from Colombia. He lives in Mexico City. His name is Yokas. Um, he is well. We have known each other for about a year, and it is he's a great guy. I love playing with him. He's just funny. We enjoy gaming together. We don't stress each other. Um, so there's this team in between him and myself that we just we're just playing, like we don't yell at each other. I see a lot of fights. I see a lot of professionals that they just yell at each other and they get distracted throughout the games, and that is terrible. That is like talking about professionalism, that cannot happen.
What has your experience been like at NACL, and how would you recommend other players to join? What are some of the highlights of being a part of this organization?
NACL is an amazing organization. Since the moment we met NACL, we have participated in every single tournament we can. Reason behind it is organization is fantastic. They just do it great. They give results right away. The tournaments are free. They're free and they have prizes. That is amazing. Something else great about NACL is as soon as the tournaments are done, they give press releases that can be used to show people that you're actually playing something important. And something else very interesting, and something that I tell teams, because I have recommended a lot of people to come and play in the NACL, is what NACL gives you about competing internationally against players from different countries. That is an opportunity that is not given easily. And a lot of teams are looking for sponsors, they're looking for help to go compete internationally, but these sponsors don't want to give them sponsorship because they don't have experience competing internationally. But what happens with NACL? NACL not only gives you the opportunity to compete internationally, but it also gives you a press release that you can show what type of tournaments you're playing. And that's why it's amazing.
BB on the track. Yeah. 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 Yeah. BB on the track. 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 Yeah.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the NACL and NACCS Collegiate Valorant Tournament. It's still me, Morgan Dunn. I am still joined by the lovely K-Tad, and we are coming into a game between San Jose State University and, remind me, who are we taking on here, K-Tad?
Taking on UCF, baby, and this one looks like it's going to be a fun one. We're in to the round of 16. These guys are looking clean. These guys all now have guaranteed at least one game to get here. So exciting times, exciting match, and it looks like we are just about ready to start this one. I mean, what a tournament so far we've seen, right, Morgan? I mean, obviously clean. KSU looking clean, but that last match, let's talk about
That last game, that is one of those Valorant games you can just talk about all the time. Went all the way into double overtime where Houston finally manages to finish it off, but just Auburn standing strong after a very slow start. They turn it around and twice have map points to finish things off that they just can't manage to win. I would hope that this game can try its best to stand up to that level.
Yeah, well, I mean, let's see, because we are now getting back into it. And once again, we find ourselves on Haven. Now, I'm really curious to see if we see any agent switch ups this time around, if we're seeing any kind of unique adaptations. I think, because so far in this series, keep in mind, Killjoy is still disabled if you are just joining us on the stream. But the rest of the heroes, or the rest of the agents, rather, are available for selection. And so far this tournament, we haven't gotten to see a Reyna on stream, and I'd love to see one here.
Yeah, that's really the only surprise, is that there hasn't been a Reyna. I mean, let's be honest, no one is going to pick Viper. No one's going to pick Breach. Those are not really currently the competitive, viable characters out there. But Reyna is usually one of those duelists that people really favor, but kind of recently people have started to realize that Flash is a bit too easy to shoot down, and so it doesn't quite offer the same utility that you get out of a Phoenix, but despite only the Flash, he also gets the wall when you're playing on Phoenix, so
select
multiple
your
ways
agent
to block off line of sight. But I never know. We're almost out of agent select right now, so I'll leave it up to you once we load in to run down these two character lists for the two teams. But as you said, we've made it to the point in the tournament. We only have winners competing, so whoever picks this one up, they are really starting to cement their skill as a Valorant squad.
Yeah, and that is going to be a fun one as we are loading up onto the map. So let's take a look at it here, because we are good to go. So keep in mind, I do believe San Jose State is going to be on the attacking side first. So if you're a fan of them, you want to see what they come out with. And just like that, instantly, full mirrored composition, the first one of the day where we have all 5 back-to-back-to-back agents.
Well, I guess that just means it's going to come down to skill and strategy. You can't say this game was decided in the champ select, as on the side of UCF, we have Blue Sky, Chill Dan, Rascal Char, and BA41. And then for San Jose, it's Teddy 10, Kairos, Choi Boy, and Just Underscore It.
Yeah, and this is going to be a fun one. Let's see how these guys play it out. Like we said, the mirrored matchup definitely means a lot of skill, but there is advantages for both sides. With the 2 entries in a Phoenix and a Jet, both of these guys can be looking for this entry play, but look at that, coming out strong. The garage play finds a pick early. They do trade one back, but now they look like they want to push in. The push not able to do it. Now they run over the defense, and now the offense is pushing up strong onto the C site. Somebody's lurking window, though. I don't know if they spot him.
Even trades up until this point. We do have the Jet in window, and around the backside comes the Cypher, but he is going to go down to Just Underscore, and that gives man advantage over to San Jose. They have the bomb, and they are sprinting their way back across the other way. Char, though, has a chance to find a pick. BA is going to get the first one, and the 2 surviving attackers have time to set themselves over on the A site. You are free to plant wherever you feel like, but in time, they're going to be spotted out by that Cypher tripwire. That is really going to help out the attackers figure out where they want to play from, and you can see they are both sitting, one in heaven, the other in connector from B, and the defense is just going to have to sprint in and try and fight ahead.
Yeah, I mean, look at this retake angle, though. The offense, after dropping the bomb, they're keeping one guy up in heaven and one guy around on the flank, and this might actually work out wonders for them. They get both picks. That was such a heads-up hold. from the offense there in San Jose State. They played that one beautifully on the back end, especially even with the bomb plant. Not a default plant means not default holds.
Yeah, San Jose State getting off to a good start. Len and just underscoring, getting double kills out of that first round. But you did point out, Chill Dan, a very aggressive play down mid to start. He got first blood. So I do think there's some potential on this UCF side. They just have to figure out how to put it together.
Yeah, they definitely do. That was still a very close round, regardless of how you split it. Yeah, they end up winning the round at the very end of it all, but still, worth noting, it was very, very close. That offense almost ran over into the side of C bomb site. So already coming out of this, that's a nice opening frag from the Jet here, knowing that they have the offense, they've bought the Spectres, they've got the guns, because now here comes the pop flash, not going to be able to do it. They don't get the kills. Defense still trying to hold out. They've got somebody on, and they are just trying to support their members that are onto the site.
Blue Sky finally going to be able to break through, but just Norton to score and drops a quad. K-Rose finishes it off with the 5th kill, and again, San Jose come out on top. A little moment there where it looked like the defense would be able to hang on. They evened it up at 3 kills, or 3 members apiece, but in the end, it ended up with the last 3 going down for UCF. You're starting to wonder, when are the defenders going to be able to put it together? They finally get themselves a full buy.
Yeah, the full buy comes out. This is what you want to see. Rifles now in the back pocket. So everyone trying to do what they can, but overall, you don't necessarily worry too much about that because of the 4th buy. So Spectres, the 2 Spectres are going to be a thing that we have to keep an eye out for, because now with the entirety of the defense having full rifle, that is where they are at a slight advantage in terms of guns. Now we want to see what else they can pull out. Is actually the Jet having ultimate already on round 3 and not afraid to use it. This could potentially open up the A bomb site huge. As we look at it here, there's not a lot of support. Now they're going to rotate a second defender over, but overall, the default strat playing off very slowly for the side of San Jose.
The bomb now coming around from spawn to join up and push at A as Char gets first blood onto Len, but C-Long is not where the action's gonna happen. It's BA getting a quick little double kill for himself. Both K-Rose and just underscore go down in an instant. Teddy is right back there with the Spectre though. He gets the kill and at least makes one man drop. Troy Boy now gonna find a second, but he can't get it all. Chill Dan finishes it off and UCF get onto the board.
Yeah, they pick off that first one, and that largely was due to the hold on the A site. They keep people there from short, and they allow the rest of the squad to push in. So overall, well done from the defensive side, but they're going to need to win more than just that if they want to keep the economy at bay from the offense. So good start, but we need to see more coming out of them, as overall, that was a very slow play coming out from San Jose State. They definitely waited and bided their time. They didn't find any opening frags, and it forced them into an unfavorable push at the very end of the play, and that's where that becomes a problem. Now, run it back coming up from the offense as they're looking up mid. They want to see what else they can get, maybe out of garage, hopefully, looking to just poke and prod, gain whatever info they can, knowing that nobody is currently in garage. The rest of them move up, and now it looks like they're going to try to execute on the C.
Here comes just underscore, getting the first one for himself, makes it into a double kill. It answers the double kill that BA found. K-Rose breaks the tie, excuse me, as we find ourselves left at a 2v2. Bomb gets picked up by just underscore, and he's going to get the plant down, and the defenders are looking to play from spawn.
Yeah, they want to play a little bit back. They're going to have to try and play together. You wouldn't expect to see them playing 2, but look at this. The offense is also pushing up 2-on-2. It's not going to matter because the Sage comes in. Chill Dan just comes in and cleans house to take it up to 2-on-2.
Yeah, right there. Both teams playing real aggressive around the smoke. They got right up in there, and Chill Dan somehow just kind of slipped his way through, managed to line them both up right at the end, and we even it up 2 apiece. So this is looking like possibly another round where it could go the distance. We could be tied up at the end of regulation, but it's only 4 in so far. A lot of things can change with that many rounds of Valorant left to go. Still, though, the guy to watch so far has been just underscore an 8-2, and the man doesn't do assists. He plays it on his own.
Yeah, the guy is absolutely doing crazy things right now on the side of the defense. But let's see what else comes out, because like you said, this could go the distance, but these pistol rounds, these economy rounds, if the side of San Jose can do a little bit of weirdness like that, that is going to be a huge start to the game because now they've got a gun and now they can push in. They're going to take it all the way to the backside, but they don't get a kill, and that means the offense has been pushed. The default will not come through, and everyone just forced to sit back for now.
Is it just me, or does this game feel like it's just turning into a 1v1 Jet v Jet, as it is BA and Just underscoring continuing to find multi-kills round after round? Choiboy is going to rotate around. He will get the money from the plant, see if he can turn it into any picks as well as he gets flashed up by the Omen. Around the right side, MiCamp does tag him up, does get the headshot before Rascal can trade it back. So even though the round doesn't go their way, a little influx of money there with the last second place from Choiboy.
Yeah, makes it a little bit more expensive from the defense. So, you know, we were expecting that to just be a round win regardless because of the state of the economy, right? They were coming into that with purely pistols. The Sheriff pick was huge, but unfortunately, he's not able to convert it into any more kills. Had the jet on jet action, like you said, gone in favor of Just underscore, that would have been the play. That would have been massive because that opens up a site and that allows the defender, or the offense rather, to get 2 guns. This time around, they don't get the second pick, and that means the rest of the defense just gets to roll over everyone else that's left on the map.
Just underscore and sold the op in the last second. I thought we were going to see a jet with an op in hand. Instead, it is all just rifles as it starts with an early push. 2 down short, 2 down long, and the bomb going to be joined up from behind. Big plays now for the Cypher. How many can you knock
Cage
down,
triggered.
Blue Sky? He triggers the first cage. Going to go towards the left side now, but takes his time. He doesn't want to use up all of his resources
triggered.
before they've actually
Required
started pushing
destroyed.
forward, giving time for the backside flank by his teammates. In comes Just underscore and goes for first blood and complete control of the site. Rascal's gonna pop his own first one, can turn it into a second, but he pops right back up into heaven, and it is man advantage towards the attacking side. Choiboy finds the kill, but Rascal gets a second one. Now it is Omen versus Jet and Sage, both with their ultimates, and so Choiboy could really cement this round if he reses someone. Instead, he is gonna we're into a 1v1 now. Who is it gonna be? Just underscore in her charge, dancing around the middle of the map. Just underscore and stows himself, and he finds the kill. Attackers win, and we get evened up 3-3.
That was so tense at the very end of that point because that was the play for the side of Char there. He had the angle. He knew he was in a 1v1, but just wasn't able to figure out where the information was. Now, the run it back that came out from the side of Rascal was really useful there because it got them a lot of information. It got them a first pick, and then once he was able to re-peek, it got him a secondary kill. But overall, the offense doing a great job at managing their crossfires. This is what we were talking about in that last round between Auburn and Houston. Watching your crossfires, watching how you guys kind of swing around, and okay, if somebody goes down, we know exactly where the trade angle is. That's some pretty important things to keep your eyes out for as we move forward into this game. But just like that, a few shots go down, nobody dead, but one's in garage, and already Rascal finds a pick.
Nice little snap there for Rascal. He didn't get the headshot to start it out, but he finds it in the second engagement. But right now, look at the map. Look at C. It is wide open, and Teddy makes it even more so as he gets the pick inside.
I know exactly
Around
where
is
you
going to be
are.
coming BA, but Teddy already finds himself a double kill.
Cage
The
triggered.
ult is going to give up BA's location, and so in a 4v3, the bomb plant down, this is going to be a very difficult retake. But BA finds his first one onto Choiboy. Len is there to trade it back, and it leaves us in a 3v2. Remaining defenders pushing around from spawn. The op is in the hands of Chill Dan. He's already shown to have great aim so far, but he's going to have to probably find some nice little flicks to turn this one around. And honestly, now it is 1v3. Do you continue to challenge this? Misses the op shot, and he is just going to run for his life. Gets his location revealed, so he has to pull that out, and now he's going to be pushed in from every angle. Around the corner, look at the dodge there, and Teddy finishes it off. Attackers with 2 in a row, and San Jose retakes the lead.
Nice movement from Just underscore in there. Gives him the free kill more or less onto the side of Teddy, or I'm sorry, onto the side of Choiboy at the very end of that one. And that was almost a good hold. That was almost a good play, but unfortunately for the rest of them, it's just the matter of these entry frags. They're finding picks with honestly, with agents that aren't normally the ones that you'd expect to be entering with. And that is Teddy, right? On the Cypher, this guy is also pushing forward. Yeah, Just underscore is doing work. But let's talk about that, how that was opened up purely by Teddy just pushing through garage. He finds his ways in, he finds the kills, and now the rest of the offense is able to do what they need to do with this crossfire. Now, that's a huge pick, though, with that pistol coming out from the side of Childan.
These Sentinels continue to find themselves some kills, but the Omen Smoke doesn't do anything to slow the push in through C Long. And so they get the plant down. We find ourselves in a 4v5. For a moment there, Just_and had the angle, but he drops down as BA shows himself that Bucky is really going to struggle to get in front. He missed both. I thought it was about to be a collateral. Joyboy and Kairos, so they come right back, get themselves a double, and now pushing forward. Immediately, Just_and pushes down Char. I don't get that TP, and BA is left all alone, but it's a flank from the backside, currently covered up by the smoke, but he might be able to surprise them with the Phantom in hand. He doesn't knock down the first one. Good job there by Just_, and Len is going to finish it off another round for San Jose.
That was, again, the movement coming out from Just_. I gotta respect it. I gotta commend it because he is doing what he needs to do. Finding picks, finding kills, and just overall baiting out things. Overall, that round was still more likely than not a win for the side of San Jose State. There was no real way in for the Jet on the other side. BA was not going to, he was going to have a rough go of it regardless, but still, the push in, the ability for them to take site. Now, it was only an eco round. Keep that in mind. So before you get too crazy, look at this. Immediately, the pop flash comes out, but it gets punished because Childan had the right angle on it, and he does not get flashed out.
Kairos, you gotta curve that one the other way. It gets way too far to the left down A long, and it gives Chill Dash basically a free kill. It does get answered by the revive, the Sage ult from Choi Boy, so we stay even at 5 apiece, but the Sage ult is still up for the members of UCF, so you can still kind of think of them as a man up right now. The bomb is gonna go back through spawn, and it looks like they're thinking about the C side of the map.
Yeah, they're definitely thinking about it. They've got some numbers there, but look at this. The run it back is going to get used up A short. They're going to just try to burn everyone in. Instead, he gets popped back out. And instead, that means that we don't see any more action, I think, coming out from the A site. As the rest of the squad, they've got onto C. They've got pressure, and they're going to get a plant. While they distracted everyone at A, the rest of the team was already moving up onto the C bomb site. And now they see the blind. They know that there's some defenders pushing from CT. But can they get this off angle? The op is there. The kills are there. They're just going to find what they need to, and they get to hold on to the site 3v2.
For a couple of rounds, it felt like UCF was really going to make this a game, but in the 3 rounds since it got tied up, it has just been all San Jose. Rascal is going to creep around the backside, get himself one more kill, but it seems like it is just saves for the remaining 2 defenders, and they really need to find something. If anything, BA was the reason they picked up 3 rounds, and he has gone cold. Childan can't find his second kill right there. He's going to cover up his escape as best he can. He has 5 more seconds to wait as here comes the peak. Do they want it? There it goes. Childan 1 HP, and he gets out of there with the op.
He saves one and makes it just a little bit more expensive on the other side. You like to see it, even though it's a round loss. It makes them cost, you know, you got to dig into the piggy bank just a little bit more on the side of San Jose State. But regardless, I like the misdirection coming out from them on the offense that time around. The run it back and the Cypher pushing up onto A site, dragged over at least one defender from the B site to try and cover the A play just in case they were burning. It wasn't executed, but look at that. The jump shot, it gets one, but it gets the wrong guy because Childan was there. He's got the up, he's got 2, looking for more. Pop flash goes out, and unfortunately, he can't get it, but it's a 3-on-2 now on the C site.
Good play there coming through by the Sage, but just can't hit that last blind shot. I thought for a moment it might have been timed perfectly, but Cairo plays it well, gets a double kill, and Teddy adds one more suddenly. Last guy standing, the Phoenix for UCF. Where can he go with it? Rascal gets rolled through by Teddy, and it is another round towards San Jose. They are up to 7 now, and how many is that in a row?
That is a wild amount. I mean, we saw it. It was back and forth in the beginning, right? 2 to 3, but then now 5 in a row. And San Jose State, they're looking very strong. They have the money. They've got the guns, and they're able to push up. Now we're seeing almost a little bit of a half buy here coming out from the side of UCF. They want to stem the bleeding here, but they need to make sure that they pick off critical key members on this one, because if they lose these guns early, they are going to be in a rough spot come the next round. And just like that, Childan opens us up with a pick.
Aros does answer it back, and Teddy gets the headshot. So that great initial play by Childan is just immediately shut down. But the Battle Sage is out right now for the side of UCF. Childan continues to take these aggressive angles and come away, at least for the immediate moment unscathed. His teammate, though, is struggling to get on. Rascal with the ADS out on that Guardian. See if he can pop ahead. Is going to have the bomb plants come down around the backside. There it is. One shot, one headshot. That is what the Guardian is made for. And now he is into a 1v3. He gets blinded, though, so he can't follow up his own flash. He is burdened by Kairos. And 6 straight now going the way of San Jose. And they'll say, I will take that up, give it back over to my best man.
Yeah, and that is rough for the side of UCF, because when you think about it, they forced hard for that one. They burned a lot of their cash. They were half buying, light shielding, everything that they could do. And now, unfortunately for them, as we approach some of these back-end rounds, they don't have much cash in the bank. They are forced, really, they went all in on that one, and it ended up hurting them hard. Now, just looking at the guns here, they've got a Marshall, a Spectre, maybe one Vandal. It's the push.
Only ace we have so far is with a Marshall. Don't respect that gun. We'll see if Blue Sky can put together anything on it as the initial ults do start to come through. In on the site comes in. And he's going to put down Blue Sky, put down Backs, and Just Orton gets the third. A very, very good Phoenix ult to come out of that with a double kill, and suddenly Rascal on his own. He needs 3 kills to even think about popping his own ult, and the plant gets down 5v1. I feel like we're going to have a 9-3 score line going into this half.
I know exactly where you are.
Definitely
now. He knows exactly where he is. The flawless execution comes in from San Jose State. Really a rough one to watch if you're a UCF fan, because they had some they were doing well in the early game, right? They were trading, they were getting kills, they were winning their gunfights, but it just feels like San Jose, once they started putting on the pressure, UCF was unable to match these site takes, and they're not able to do the retakes. They're losing gunfights early on off of the default setup. We want to see how they play their offensive style now, but overall, great half for the side of San Jose State University.
I see 2 issues right now for UCF, and their names are Char and Blue Sky. 3-11, 1-11 respectively. You gotta start backing up your team, because you saw the 3 rounds they won were when BA Backs, check that, someone did update us, it's pronounced Backs. He was going crazy. He was up to, I believe, 9-2, now down to 11-11 as Just gets first blood. Good play there by Childan. He hits the first, can't quite find the second, and the Molly forces them off. Thinking about walling off a long, decides against it as the bomb is still in the hands right now of UCF on the attack, and they're just going to turn it right back around the other direction. But if they run into this Cypher, it could really be a bad turn of events. But is it a fake rotation?
Yeah, they tried to fake it, but unfortunately for them, the defenders, they didn't call the bluff. San Jose State, they still sit on A. They're willing to play retake if they have to. And unfortunately for them, immediately the first kill comes down, looking for the second, and that is huge for the side of K-Rose, because it gives them another one, and that means San Jose puts it at 10-3.
Kairos continuing to play big right now. He is trying to catch up to Just underscoring, and we are now 3 rounds away possibly from this one going towards San Jose State. I believe one of our production team described SJSU as cracked going into this game, and I think that's a pretty apt comparison to make.
Yeah, definitely a very apt one to look at, because now they're not scared. Look at this. The force spike comes in, 2 Spectres as well. But on the other side of Marshall getting picked up by the side of Childan. So the guy's going to be trying to look for some kind of play. He needs to make something happen for his team. He's been good at finding 1 or 2 opening frags, but they're just not able to commit. They're just not able to capitalize on it. Even though they get a man advantage early, it usually gets traded away by some other off angle coming in from the side of San Jose State. So now with them on the offense. Let's see how quickly they can choose to execute. They're stacking and playing around different areas. And we want to see what they do because that B site, they already look like they're already pushing up. They're already in and now looking for the first shot. The Bulldog is there looking for the burst onto the head. Not going to be able to get much more as instead he does trade it off before hopping back. What a big opening pick, but look at that as well. Oh my God.
Gets one onto Teddy, but just underscoring continues to hold strong. He gets his second kill defending the B site, and now everything remaining is over by C. The site has been taken by the attacking side. UCF is going to get this plant down, but they have the flank coming from long and two coming through from Sprawn. Kairos, he has done so much so far. Can he find another one? Tapping through the smoke, he gets a lot of damage, but Chill Dan can't do it all on his own. Just underscoring with a quad kill, and the 11th round is in for San Jose State.
Yeah, that was a big one for them to win. They had the fourth buy. The Marshall did not do enough damage, and that unfortunately meant that the Bulldog gets to be saved and moved on into the next round. But this is going to be the first rifle round. Keep that in mind. We always have to throw that asterisk onto it. But just look at that score line. The last 9 rounds in a row for the side of San Jose State.
Honestly, right now, if just underscoring wants the top frags in the tournament so far, he needs UCF to win a few rounds just to make this game go on longer. He has been dominating 22-5-1, and Kairos isn't doing that bad either at 15-9-3. Just underscoring immediately pops up that jet ult, but no one is there to answer quite off the bat. Bax will peek down long to follow it up, but the bomb was left in spawn. They're just trying to figure out where this first pick will come from, and there's a 3-man stack inside garage. Choi Boy is going to get first blood for himself, and now continuing to peek gets a second one. Here's just underscoring, and oh no is right. Choi Boy more for himself as he gets 3. Blue Sky manages to get at least 1 for his squad, but Kairos finishes it off, and we are 2 map points. Do you think they can get 10 in a row?
I mean, if you're a UCF fan, you're praying, you're hoping, but at this point, it's rough to say because San Jose State is feeling themselves. I mean, just looking at the way that Sens are pretty much their omen, just jumping out of garage like that. You do not make that play unless you are absolutely confident in yourself. And these guys are definitely looking like they want to close this one out early and move on to the round of 8. And oh no, just underscoring already comes up with the kick, gets pop flashed, but immediately hops backwards with the dash. He gets out of there for free, and that is an early pickoff for the side of San Jose State.
You can just see that Bax was going to challenge that. He didn't think just underscoring would have moved from the A site, and he goes down instantly. You had your Phoenix right there. Why do you not even try to pop flash it? He just walks out into range, and already San Jose State up a man. These are different teams, it feels like, than those 3 rounds in a row UCF was able to turn earlier, but everyone is just going to rush in through the Phoenix trap, and they get access to the A site. Through Heaven are going to be moving 2 members. One of them is that Cypher. The other one is just underscoring as he goes blindside, almost finds it. Kairos gets the molly kill for himself. Teddy gets a wall bang. Kairos another, and just underscoring. Does anyone else deserve the final kill but him? It'll be 13-3. San Jose State moves on.
What a game. San Jose State makes a statement in that one, and that was a wild last round. I don't know, we got to see it on cam, but basically the Sage slow into the Phoenix molly meant that the planter, the Phoenix on the offensive side, was not going to get anything out of that one, and that was just what an end to that one. I mean, we had a couple of exciting game in game 2, but this one felt pretty clean from San Jose State the whole way through.
We were 3-2, and UCF had the lead. It felt like they were the ones with all the momentum, and then 11 straight rounds coming out of San Jose State, just underscoring. I don't know what he did different. He must have had a little bit of he must have had a little bit of game fuel, get that caffeine in the system, because he just started to play different after that point. Kairos matched him up, and it will be San Jose, one of your first teams, into the quarterfinals.
Yeah, I mean, if you're UCF, I mean, to go along with the theme of what we've been talking about today, if you're UCF, something to take away from this one, I mean, it's rough, right? Because the gunfights just were not going their way. I don't think they inherently had bad decision making. They didn't have bad site takes. They didn't have bad retakes either on the defensive side. It's just unfortunately for them, the the way that San Jose plays their early picks, right? If somebody dies, sure, but they all push like that, right? Somebody goes down, it doesn't matter because the other two are already pushing their angle. It's almost like they call it in comms to say 3, 2, 1, push, and everyone swings at the exact same time. It's hard to play against that, but that is something that maybe take away from the game to expect that, all right, once they go in, we need to be ready. We need to be watching for something like that because time and time again, San Jose, they just, yeah, they lose one, but they find two picks on the other side because somebody is caught looking at the map.
Yeah, you saw that there. Chill Dan often got the first blood for UCF, but then he was immediately traded back and his teammates went down with him. That aggression from San Jose. It'll be interesting to see if it continues to have the same success as we go forward. But that concludes the round of 16 on stream. I'd like to thank everyone for tuning in. That's going to be the end of the day for me and K-Tad, but we're going to be handing you off to very capable casters. Do not worry about that. Right after we finish here talking, we're going to bring you over to a little interview going down between Notre Dame star Rex Pfluger and our very own Anna Badoian? Sorry, I haven't read that one before. It kind of mixed me up. But before we reach that break, K-Tad, you have anything you want to do to sign us off?
Oh yeah, before we go, before we cut to this break, want to give another shout out to one of our great sponsors here onto the desk rather. And this one today is going to be eWin Racing. So, eWin Racing has set the new standard for quality gaming gear. Their state-of-the-art gaming chairs and desks help gamers feel their best so you can play your best. So, you can find them on social media at eWin Racing and online at www.ewinracing.com. And don't forget, guys, there is a coupon you can use, Play NACL, for 30% off your next purchase. So thank you very much to Ewin Racing. Now, to get to your point, to close out the day, I just want to say thanks, ladies and gents, for watching with us. Thanks for bearing with whatever technical difficulties you might have ran into. But overall, I had a bunch of fun. It was awesome casting with you today, Morgan, and I'm excited to see what Orbital and Beatdown come on with, but I'm also excited for tomorrow's games as well.
And with that being said, my name has been Morgan Dunn. I've been joined by the wonderful K-Tad, and we'll send it over to that interview between Anna and Rex. See you guys later.
BB on the track.
Yeah.
Rex Pfluger. He is one of our NACL ambassadors. He recently got signed as a professional player for the Newcastle Eagles in England. So what made you want to get involved in esports?
The reason I want to get involved with esports was, first of all, as an athlete, I'm constantly moving all day, every day. So it's nice to take a little bit of a breather and sit down, relax, and, be able to do something that's still competitive, but not using as much of your body during it. But the thing with esports that makes it so much fun too, not just it being competitive, is that you can play with your friends, you can play against other people all across the world. So it's a constant thing that it's always going to be there. If one of your friends is over, say in Europe, you can go and play, you can hop online and play with them. And that's really enticing to me as a person, because it's nice to keep these relationships alive while also having fun doing something competitive.
Where can people find out more about you if they want to learn about what you're doing with the NACL or what you're doing in your professional basketball career?
People can follow me on Instagram at RexP0 or just follow me on Twitter at Rex Pfluger. I'm usually posting updates about what I'm doing on both basketball and esports, constantly trying to keep people updated. Life is moving fast, so I think that's the best way to communicate to people is through social media.
What is your favorite game to play?
Favorite game for some reason still is Fortnite. It's one of those new season dropped today, so I've been playing a little bit this morning. And the new game that's starting to catch my eye is PGA 2K21. I love golfing.
Oh yeah.
So I'm excited for this game. I can see a major part of esports maybe going into this direction of the TJ 2K. It's just, I think it's just an unbelievable game.
BB on the track.
Yeah.
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 DB 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 on the track.
Yeah.